The fifth precept is very important to the Buddhist concept.
The fifth precept is basically abstaining from intoxicants, which clouds the mind and causes carelessness. As we go through our lives, most of us develop habits that naturally satisfy our needs. These habits are usually bad for us and lead us away from the path or the liberation of our mind.
The challenge with this precept is to break these habits. We must discover what our weaknesses are to deal with. Although the fifth precept specifically talks about drinking, it is also talking about the intoxicants in general. We must determine how much of it we are able to handle.
A Zen teacher, Reb Anderson, says, in the broadest sense, anything we ingest, inhale, or inject into our system without reverence for all life becomes an intoxicant. By doing this, it shows spiritual maturity and being honest with yourself.
Intoxicants are looked down upon in the Buddhist tradition.
Intoxicants can also be closely related to addictions we have. It is anything that is considered to be toxic to our mind, and it's something that we do not have control over.
These can range from going online, Facebook, gossiping, food, lusting or promiscuity, and drugs.
The internet is something many teenagers have a problem being liberated from. We lose sense of control and feel obligated to be online. Facebook is a great example of how people feel comfort. We feel a sense of satisfaction by checking our Facebook all the time, even though we really don't need to.
Gossiping is also another thing society has become very addicted to. Perez Hilton is an example of someone who is obsessed with gossip. Because gossip has a lot to do with the judgment of people, it is despised in the Buddhist tradition. The Buddhist practice of focusing on clearing the mind and seeing things the way they are, making no prejudgments.
Food also proves to be an intoxication that we should refrain from. Yes, we must eat, but hoarding food is not what should be satisfying. We should not take pleasure in constantly eating food that we don't need.
By having these addictions, we don't have the freedom or control over our minds. By getting rid of these intoxicants, we will gain the freedom that is very important to Buddhism.
We must think to ourselves, how good does it feel to be in control of your choices, to be free from addictions and also compulsions?
In order to get rid of these addictions, we must shift the goals that make us happy. Our brain releases a chemical which is called dopamine, which makes you feel happy. Right now, we feel happy by doing these harmful things. We must have dopamine be released when we make the choice not to do these things and to be okay with it.
Another important part of becoming liberated is having control over our choices. We need to know when it's okay to not check Facebook or to not gossip about someone, and maybe we don't need that snack. Getting rid of that feeling of anxiousness is the key thing that we need to focus on.
Think about the toxic behaviors that keep you from feeling free. What are they and how can you help get rid of them? Maybe me and Elise can help you through this meditation. I will be undertaking the rule of abstinence of things that are intoxicating to my body.
Larissa will now show us a guided meditation exhibiting the fifth precept.
Hi, I'm Larissa, and Elise will be guiding me in a meditation specifically for the fifth precept.
Before sitting down on the cushion, stretch as if you were going out for a jog. Stretch for about a minute and then slowly sit cross-legged on top of the cushion. Sit with your back straight and your hands folded gently on top of your lap. Count to 10 and then close your eyes. Focus on your breathing. Inhale for 10 seconds, pause, and then exhale until you've felt that you've released every breath. Repeat and continue to repeat for the next 5 minutes. While exhaling and inhaling, try to clear your mind of your daily addictions, compulsions, and intoxicants. When you inhale, say the words freedom or liberation. And when you exhale, say the words intoxicants or addictions. Let go of the anxiety you get when you don't get what you want. Let go of your compulsions, whether it's constantly checking Facebook or eating when you're bored. Free your mind from your addictions. Focus on happiness and freedom without material possessions or being immediately gratified. Focus on how great it feels to not be tied down from doing a certain thing. Concentrate on how great it feels to let go of what's holding you back from true happiness.
Freedom. Addiction. Freedom. Addiction. Liberation. Intoxicants. Freedom. Intoxicants. Liberation. Intoxicants. Thank you for joining me in meditation. Namaste.